For this project, go down to your local Dollar Tree and grab some foam board. Also, while you're there, grab some multicolored cups. We'll need those. And don't forget to stop at your local hardware store. We need some expanding foam. First part of this project is to grab those cups. We're going to take it and cut and use the bottom half of those cups. So we're going to take a razor knife and just start cutting right there. Go ahead and use a pair of scissors though, and let's finish it off. We're going to go all the way around. Try to keep it level if you can. If those bottoms are jagged, don't worry about it, just as long as it sits down flat on the table. That top part, chuck that away, we don't need it. We need a lot of these cups, multicolored and everything you can think of. Next part is take that foam board. We're gonna lay it out. We need to cut it in half at the 10-inch mark. These are 20 inches wide. Go ahead and draw a straight line across the whole thing. That gives you a nice guidance right there. Then put some cardboard underneath. This is going to keep that razor knife from going through onto your table. Cut it all the way through. These foam boards are easy to cut and they snap right in half. Now you've got a 10-inch piece. What we need on one end is a little bit of some curly whirlies right there. And what that does is gives us the side of the icing for the door we're going to put this around. Take that razor knife and just start cutting right down the line. If you're off a little bit, it's okay. We're not going to see it because you can turn this upside down. Just cut all the way through. Be careful. Again, use that cardboard. Once you cut it through, it comes right off. Easy squeezy, just like that. Now, this is not long enough, so we're going to have to put two pieces together. Make sure, though, you keep the curve the same. You're going to start where you left off. And again, you're going to cut that all the way through. Make sure that when you do cut it, though, you can go ahead and discard. Take those two pieces, put them together. All it takes is a little bit of tape. You can use any kind you want, duct tape, scotch tape, because once we put the foam on, it's going to hold it nice and steady. So put that tape on both sides. Now, here comes the fun part. We're going to take some expanding foam, but make sure you get the right kind. What we want is bright white color. That means it's going to look like icing when it goes on. So go ahead and take that foam and just start spraying it all the way around. You don't have to fill all the gaps. If you've ever worked with expanding foam, you know that it will slowly keep rising. So once it starts curing on there, just go back and forth as if you're doing just a huge gingerbread house. Back and forth. And it's just going to look great. Stay away from the edges though. We don't want it going right over the edge when it expands. Now you can do this any way you want. I like to circle it up back and forth. Now, take that cup, put it right there in the center. You don't need to glue it. That expanding foam, while it's drying, is going to hold it right in place. It is sticky. Go ahead and alternate your colors up and down. Use every one you got. I use 4 different colors. Once you got that on there, all the gaps filled right in. It looks great. Now it's time to take it outside. Now to put it on the wall, if you got stucco or anything, I used what's called a clear adhesive. And it's got silicone in it. It's easy to pull off. It looks white when it's going on, but it does dry clear. Don't put it all over, just put little blobs. I cut out a little hole for the doorbell and just stick it right on there. Now, here's my door before and here's the door after. It looks so good. It's ready for Christmas to invite all our guests. I think it just turned out spectacular. I hope this inspired you to build your own gingerbread house door.
To start this project, you're going to need some dollar store bowls, and you can pick any colors and any variety that you like. Next, I'm going to take the first bowl and add some hot glue around the edges of this bowl. Once I have all the hot glue on, I'm going to take the other bowl that matches and place it on top. I'll wait till this cools before moving on to the next step. Here are all 5 of the bowls I'll be using. I have some red pool noodles and I'm using some athletic tape, and I'm wrapping all of the pool noodles with the athletic tape. I have 5 broom handles that I purchased from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to place them into my front yard, spacing them evenly across. Next, I place the broom handle on the ground and I use a rubber mallet to pound the broom handle into the ground. Next, I'm adding some hot glue to the top of the pool noodle and I'm placing the bowl sets on top. Now I'll need to hold this in place until all of the glue cools and becomes more solid. You can take some white electrical tape or white athletic tape and wrap your broom handles with it, making a white stake. Once I get the entire broom handle wrapped, I add a small section of a pool noodle to the top. This will add for stability. For this next step, I'll be taking some cellophane wrap. Then I'll take that piece of cellophane and I will hold it over the top of the bowls, pinching in all of the sides and the ends so that it basically encases the bowls. I will tie the whole thing together with a little ribbon. Now you could add some bows if you want. It's really up to you what you'd like to do with your project. Here they are all finished and I'm thrilled with how they turned out.